Good evening and welcome live from Jarrow Park in the rain and the wind and the cold. Yeah, I'm just out for a little trip out because I haven't been out for a couple of days. So I haven't been feeling too well because I think it was something to do with the fact that I had a pie the other night for my tea. Well, that was just part of it, wasn't just a pie. And what happened was I put it in the microwave for 4 minutes, right? And took it out, put it on the plate with me beans and stuff I had. And then I started trying to eat it, and it was clear bloody cold. I'm thinking, what the hell's happened here, you know? So anyway, I was too tired to put it back in the oven. It was kind of late and all that. So I went and ate it, didn't I, the cold pie. It tasted alright, but the next day I started feeling horrendous. So yeah, I've been laid up for a couple of days. I still feel pretty crappy now, but like, I felt weak, I felt like I had a temperature, I was serious. Because I think if you get food poisoning, if you don't cook your food properly, sometimes it can make you feel a bit, you know, a bit off, to say the least. So that's what happened. So anyway, I've come out. It wasn't raining when I checked out the front door earlier, but once I got my shoes on and my coat on and everything, it was chucking it down. So I thought, oh well, I'm not taking all this off out, I might as well go out, you know. So here I am in Jarrow Park in the middle of the bandstand. I'm trying to keep out the wind for the most part because it messes with the sound on the camera big time. So I apologise if there's some wind noise here and there. So it's the best I can do under the circumstances. I'm under cover at the minute. So like I say, it's pelting down. So yeah. But it's extremely dark in here. There's no lights, none at all. There's actually not a single light in Jarrow Park anywhere, I don't think. As far as I can tell. No, there's not. So I'm on the bandstand. I don't think I'll be going outside of the bandstand tonight on this video because of the wind and the rain. I mean, the camera's waterproof, but the wind's going to be worse as soon as I go outside of this. You know, this is a little bit of shelter from the wind, not too much, but so it's the best I can do at the minute. See, I'm seeing some weird shadows over there. I think it's just the trees moving. There's like a street light beyond the park and it's lighting up some of the park. It's trying not be to see right over there. No, you can't see a thing actually. But God, it's getting windier now. So this will just be probably a very short video tonight. I'll spare you try to spare you all the lousy weather and all that. I wish this camera could accept the external microphone. That would make things a bit better, I think. But unfortunately not. And something weird, right? Something weird. I don't know why this always happens to me. But as soon as I got up the steps here, there's some steps here. I'll show you. Hopefully you should be able to see there's some steps there. On the camera I can't quite tell it. Oh yeah, I can see them now, I think. Yeah, I can see them. There's the steps right in front of us. So I came up with these steps onto the bandstand. Right, it must be like 12 o'clock or after, I'm not quite sure exactly. Probably after 12, I should imagine. Saturday night. Yeah, I picked the best night of the week to come out by myself in the dark in Jarrow Park. I know. But anyway, what I was going to say was, I came up these steps, right, and I went to stand over here in the middle out the rain because some rain was coming in. You can see the floor's wet here. See? Because the wind has blown some of the rain into the bandstand onto the floor here. So I was standing here in the middle, facing this direction here, and that's my bike over there. And I'm not lying, right? I'm pretty sure I heard a guy's voice behind us, but I didn't make any words out. But I heard someone say something. But this always happens to me when I go somewhere. I didn't come here for any of that. I just came here to record the bandstand in the dark, basically, and in the rain, of course. But it isn't raining fully in here. Actually, I think the rain might be easing off a bit. I'm not 100% sure. I think this bandstand's been repaired since I was here the last time. Because these little sun symbols on the fence here on the railings, some of these were damaged. I think they might be fixed now. Well, this is this one. Well, it looks like it may be fixed actually, I think. Or is it this one? Nope, that one's alright as well. Yeah, it must have been repaired. Yeah, the council must have fixed it. The bandstand maintenance squad must have been on the case. That's what must have happened. And I must point out, I'm not using any lights other than infrared LEDs, night vision. That's all I'm using here. Nothing else. I can't see a thing. But the good news is there's nothing to trip over on here, as far as I can tell. So I won't be falling over anything on here like I did the other night in the cemetery. That wasn't fun, I tell you. That was not fun at all. So, yeah. I mean, if the rain stopped a bit, I could go outside of this bandstand, I suppose. Yeah, I think I'll. But the only problem is that damn wind, you know. I don't know how you're more sheltered from the wind under here, because there's no sides on it, just the roof. But it does feel a bit more sheltered than it does outside the bandstand. It's weird. Very weird. Right then, I'm going to try and get a shot of the ceiling. Actually, it looks... I can't see up there properly. Why is there like a... That's weird. Why is there like a light in the middle of it? What's that all about? I don't know why that is. The roof must be quite far high up or something. Something like that, I don't know. So, I presume bands sometimes still play their instruments on here from time to time. Maybe in the summer. I don't know though. Maybe it still gets used. I presume it does because they seem to have fixed it up a bit. Actually, now that I think about it, I think that they did have a little concert during the summer, because I saw something about it in a little pamphlet I got through the front door. I think I did. I saw it somewhere anyway. It might have been in one of those. I think it had a band and some people crowding around the bandstand here. But this park and this bandstand must have a hell of a lot of history attached to it, because it's been here for bloody years, you know. So you never know. There could be some, I don't know, there could be some people from the past that still come here, you know, like previous band members who used to play their instruments up here. I don't know, maybe not, but you never know. Right, so like I say, I'm going to head off to the building near the entrance to the park. It's an old building, I don't know what it's used for these days, but the windows are all blocked out. Somebody told us, I think they were lying, like, I think they were trying to wind us up on YouTube, on the comments. Someone said that the building I'm talking about near the entrance to this park was used for some sort of a club, like people meet up in there. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, I forget the name of the club that he said it was, but some sort of a club where they meet up inside of this building. But like I say, there's no windows, and you can't see any lights on in it at all or anything there. So I've just arrived here at the obelisk in the middle of Jarrow Park. That's the one I mentioned when I was at the cemetery the other night, if you remember, if you've seen that video. But I can't light it up as well as I would like, because I'm using the light from my bike, so I don't want to knock it out of position, because I need it for getting back home again. It might take some getting back into position, if you know what I mean. So, but I remember this here behind this fence was full of very bright flowers during the summer, but they've all gone now. That's for sure. Anyway, it's still there, chucking it down, by the way. I thought it might have eased off a bit, but it hasn't eased off that much. So, and over there is where I'm headed now. There, actually, over there, you can see, but it's that building I was talking about. I don't know where it is. I'm just going to try and get the light even brighter, see if it makes much difference. Well, it made a little bit, but... And you can see how windy it is, maybe. You should be able to, the trees are moving around a lot. And I think I just stood on another bloody snail. I hate it when I do that. I don't like killing things. I don't kill anything on purpose. It's terrible when that happens, you know. So this is the tree area. On the screen all I can see is the middle bit lit up, but when I'm looking outside of the camera, everywhere's lit up in front of us. But the exposure of the camera is mainly picking up the middle bit for some reason. But that's on the screen. It might look a bit better when I see it on the television. Maybe. Hopefully. I'm not sure which is the spookiest, in here or in the cemetery. I suppose in here is a bit worse in a way because more people tend to go through here maybe at night than in the cemetery. I'm not sure about that though, it's just a guess. Yeah, so I'm going to head down here. But I'll be back with you in a minute. Now I've just arrived here, which is the toilets in Jarrow Park. But unfortunately, they're not toilets anymore, I don't think. I'm pretty sure these used to be toilets. But as is the common thing these days, everywhere you go around here in Jarrow or Heppen, there's no toilets. The council seems to think it's not very important to have toilets anywhere these days, apart from in the supermarket in Jarrow, that's it. And maybe the odd pub. Apart from that, there's no public toilets anywhere, which I think is a disgrace. I don't know what you think about that, but I'm not too impressed with it. You know what I mean? Not that I expected them to be open at this time of night, even if they were still in operation, obviously, but still not great that they don't have any toilets in the parks anymore, or anywhere for that matter, apart from Morrison's. So yeah, but I don't know what they're using this building for now. But it seems to be I don't know, it's used for a generator or something, a storeroom. What does it say on the door? Let's have a look. Public Space Protection. Oh, what does that say? Order South Tyneside 2017. And there's a picture of a dog with a pile of steam and poop behind it. So I'm guessing it must be something to do with you're not allowed to have your dogs shitting everywhere, or pooping everywhere, shall I say. Pardon me French. In the park. So yeah, I haven't passed any poop on the way, I don't think. Well, I don't think I have, but you never know. I might have rode through it for all I know. You just don't know, do you? So these toilets are ex-toilets, shall I say, one-time toilets, are positioned near the front gate to the park. And yeah, so as you can see, the street lights are on, obviously. Why would they not be on? But then again, in some streets, some lights don't work in odd streets here and there. But what I'm trying to say is, there's street lights on the outside of the park, in the street there, but none of them are in here. There's no lights at all in the park, I don't know why. Some parks have some lights in, I think Heppen Park's got some. But this park hasn't got any, not one. So, that's strange, isn't it? I wonder why that is. And why do parks not get locked at night and cemeteries do round here? What's that all about? Because parks can be vandalised just the same as cemeteries, right? I don't agree with cemeteries being locked because, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. It's a public place and they're locking it up, and then they're saying you can be prosecuted if you're found in there or whatever. But it's a public place, you know. Anyway, well, weather report. It's still raining and it's still windy, and I'm still in front of the toilets here. I guess I'm hoping the door might open and I can go in and use them, but there's probably no toilets in there anymore, so that probably isn't going to happen. I'm just having a fantasy here that if the door might open I'll be able to use the toilets. But anyway, there's plenty of other toilets around here, like naturistic type natural type toilets, not building type ones, you know. Anyway, enough about toilets. Just behind the toilets here around the corner is the bowling greens. And here's something I forgot to mention. Why is it that there is defibrillators like all over the place around here now? I don't know if you've got them where you are watching, if you're wherever you're watching from. But here in Jarrow and Heaven, there's the odd defibrillator on the sides of buildings. Like just up the street from here, in some of the streets, there's one attached to the side of a house in the street, and it's lit up. Now I saw a light on the side of the Bowling Green building as I was coming in here tonight, and I went over to have a look to see what it was, and it was a defibrillator again. So why is it that there's defibrillators popping up all over the place now? Does anyone know the specific reason for that? Like, why all of a sudden are they popping up all over the shop, on the sides of houses and buildings and the streets and parks and stuff? Does anyone know? Let us know if you do, because I'm interested to find out, okay? Because, you know, I understand people, you know, something might happen to them or something, they might take ill, but the thing is, why all of a sudden are they popping up now, if you catch me drift? Why in 2022 or 21 or whenever they first came about? You know what I'm saying? Let us know if you know, okay? Okay, well, I don't know if you can hear us properly because it's very windy at this spot next to this building here. I picked a great night for this, alright, didn't I? Anyway, this is the building in the entrance to the main entrance to the park. It's right next to the entrance, which is behind us here, over there. And yes, as you may have noticed, the windows are blocked up. See that? Like I said. So I don't know why that is. Maybe it's either disused, or they're having some sort of secret meetings in here, like somebody said on my YouTube channel in the comments. But I think they're making it up, to be honest. It doesn't really look like it's being used for any meetings, really, does it? But I don't know. And over here, there's a strange thing. There's a green metal fence. Actually, was that there before? Actually, I think this is new. Last time I was here, I'm sure this wasn't there. I don't think. Has the wind eased off a bit, or is it just over here? Or maybe it was there, I don't know. I don't seem to recall it being there. If I can reverse a bit, hang on a minute. I'm not using the night vision at the minute, I'm just using the lights off my bike. I'll put the brightest one on in a minute, hang on, see if it's any better. There we go. So here is a rather interesting looking tree with lots of roots on display. As you can see, they've been unearthed over the years by the looks of things. And I'm not sure why this is fenced up. Are they fenced off? Are they gonna put something in there, like animals or something? I don't know. Maybe they're gonna put some elephants in here or something, or monkeys. I don't know. You never know. Jarrow Zoo. To be found in Jarrow Park, to be precise. You can see monkeys. Oh, what's that? There's not glass down there, is it? Oh, I think it's just a plastic green bottle. I thought it was a broken green bottle made of glass, actually. And behind there's loads of bins and stuff. There's a shopping trolley I can see, and there's some blue Hoover type thing. I don't know what that is. Looks like a Hoover, but it's probably not. I don't know. And around this side as well, the windows are also blocked up, just like the front. Now, this building must be ancient, like. It's got some vandalism on it as well, unfortunately. But yeah. And here is a salt bin. I'm not going to look in it like Auditon Yorkshire does, but because I'm not auditing this building in Jarrow Park tonight. I'm just having a look around, so nobody's at risk of anything, you know, getting into trouble for not having enough salt in the bin or anything like that. So yeah, I see a red light over there. What's that? There's a red light. I'm just going to cover the camera a second to make sure it's not my red light. No, it's not. There's a red light being reflected on one of the signs. Oh, I think maybe the traffic lights in the street. That's where it'll be. Let us know which you prefer. Do you prefer it with the lights here off my bike, or do you prefer it with the night vision, the infrared? Right, I'm going to switch over now, hang on. Turn the light off first. Off. That's it. Now I'm going to put the light you can see now is off the street lights outside of the park. There's no lights in the park at all, like I said before. So I'll put the night vision on now. So here we are with the night vision on anyway. So let us know, which do you prefer? Do you prefer it with the night vision on, or do you prefer it with the night vision off, using just lights, like I was using just a minute ago on my bike? And there's some big piles, not piles, I mean there's some big bags full of sand or something here in front of this building. I don't know what that's all about, but there's 3 of them to be precise. That's highly suspicious if you ask me. Why is there 3 of them? I wonder. There's a light on at that house over there. I hope they're not watching us thinking, hey, Mavis, there's some suspicious guy in the park across the road with lights and stuff. It looks like he's trying to rob the building or something. I don't know. But he's not. He's just making a video in the park. I'm trying to. Well, I do apologise if I lost, the footage wasn't there to compare between the night vision and the white lights I was using on my bike for the video. But if it is there, can you let us know, which do you prefer? Do you prefer it on the night vision, or do you prefer it with the white lights? Because depending on where I am when I'm making the video at night in the dark, sometimes I can't really use the white lights so much, because like I said on the other video, it makes you stand out like a sore thumb. And when you're by yourself out in the middle of nowhere, like in a park or a cemetery or wherever, you don't always want to be standing out like a sore thumb, because you could draw attention to yourself and trouble could find you fast. You know what I'm saying? With the night vision, nobody can see you're even doing anything, or even if you're there, unless they're right next to you or nearby, you know. But if they're from a distance, they won't know you're there, because there's no lights to see. It won't stand out, because infrared doesn't show up to anyone else apart from the camera, you know. So there you go. Well, the wind seems to be getting worse, so I guess I better be ending this video for tonight. But I hope you've enjoyed at least some of this. As I say, it's not the best weather by any means, and I hope you can still hear us, because the wind's getting even worse. I feel like I'm in a tornado or a hurricane. I feel like I'm in Florida right now, and I'm one of the weathermen trying to do a news report out in the middle of a hurricane. I'm just exaggerating. It's not that bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad. So anyway, I'd just like to thank you very much for watching this tonight, and I shall see you all next time. So I'm going to say good night, sleep well, don't forget to get tucked in and tuck your teddy bears in and everything else. Just kidding, you probably haven't got any teddy bears. Well, some of you might, I don't know. Anyway, so it's good night from me, and I'll see you later. So, draw for now. Bye-bye now.